hit the Origin Pulse Kyogre. That's all you need to do here. Zacian flinches, Origin Pulse. YouTube, today we're trying out a brand new team featuring Support Raikou with Torn Ogre. So Support Raikou is interesting. You have like support mons like Zapdos, and you have like with Aleki. Aleki's a little bit frail. It is pretty fast though, so you do get the support moves off often. But having a Raikou is a pretty interesting adjustment. I'm kind of curious on like what kind of roles it does here. Inner Focus, of course, is really nice. Being able to get Eerie Impulses is still faster than a lot of Pokemon you do want Eerie Impulse, like Palkia and Dialga alongside Charizard. So I'm kind of curious on how this will go. But if you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. And you want to check out the details of the team and the creator down below in the description. But let's get started and play some games. Calyx, Ice Rider, Zygarde, Amoonguss, Incineroar, Reggie, Aleki, Porygon 2. This is not a team I would expect right here. I mean, really, like, what the heck am I facing right here? I kind of have some Pokemon that I really do like here though. Reflect is actually pretty good in this matchup, so maybe it's the Raikou lead. I could see Raikou leading here with Kyogre. I actually don't think it's a bad lead at all. So I'm gonna actually try out Raikou plus Kyogre. Kartana, it's interesting. I don't really like it too much, but it's possible. I prefer Zacian Instant though. Yeah, I prefer Zacian Instant. We're gonna see how this matchup goes because I like Raikou here because Reflect and helping hand pressure against slower stuff, especially no Palkia, seems really good because I can knock out maybe the Porygon 2 immediately with a helping hand situation. There's just so much here. I don't know if I want to go for a Dynamax immediately with Kyogre. Let's just see what they lead here, I suppose. It's going to be the Porygon 2 and the Reggie Aleki. Okay. Which is not great for me, but it's manageable. I lead the Kyogre plus the Raikou here, and I guess, I mean, Aleki is going to be a little bit of a pain right here, depending on what it does. But I think, what do I want to go for here? Because I kind of want to Eerie Impulse here and go for a Protect with Kyogre. Because I don't know if they Dynamax. Do they Dynamax here? I feel like they shouldn't, but I'm going to Eerie Impulse to Aleki. I'm just going to go for Protect. Let's see. I might be playing this a bit too passive here. Maybe I should just Dynamax immediately, but I really don't want to if I don't have to. I hope I max guys would KO to Porygon, but then I think they could just max Lightning to Fallington. Electroweb. This turn, okay. So they go for Electroweb. That's cool. I'm pretty sure Water Spout will still obliterate the Aleki. Is this Sash Aleki? I guess it has to be, right? Eerie Impulse going to come out into the Aleki, so it can't really do much here. Oh, if they Electroweb, why would you Electroweb if you're Trick Room? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Why Trick Room and Electroweb here? All right. My Raikou is now slower now. Okay. I mean, this is such a weird position. I guess I go for the Reflect here. I might as well get the Reflect up, and I think I'm just going to fire off a Water Spout because the Aleki can't do much damage right now because of the Eerie Impulse. Foul Play going to come out. Okay, into the Raikou? All right. Nice. So not doing too much damage. I get the Reflect off. Pretty big. I wonder if they're expecting the Kyogre to switch out, but let's just go for that Water Spout. Dish out a ton of damage to the Porygon as well as the Aleki right here. It is going to be that Focus Sash Aleki, which I'm not too surprised about. The Porygon does hang on. Let's see. Are you going for a Volt Switch? A Volt Switch does come out into the Kyogre, so that's not exactly ideal chip, but my Kyogre does take it just fine. Reflect is pretty big here with the Raikou because now we can go out and Incineroar for Intimidate. We have like quite a few things. So let's see if the Calyx Ice Rider comes out. If the Calyx Ice Rider does come out, yeah, now I got to figure out what I want to do to counterplay. I think I just go for attacks in the Porygon slot though. Like even if they Eerie Impulse, I don't think it's too bad because the Calyx Ice Rider just doesn't do anything damage wise unless it has Sword Stance here. So I think my play here is to always just go out and Incineroar here. And I don't want them to activate. Well, I have Intimidate plus a... No, I think I want to KO the Porygon here. If they go for Eerie Impulse, I should still knock out the Porygon. And the Aleki is pretty low. I can deal with the Calyx Ice Rider once I get Zacian in. And with the Reflect, I might as well just use the turns while I can. So I do got to be careful though, because if I let the Zygarde into a dangerous position, that could screw me over. But I'm not sure if they even brought Zygarde. We'll see. I would think they might, but we'll find out. Let's see. Oh, it's White Herb on the Calyx. Okay. We still have Reflect up, so I guess Foul Play is an option, and they're going to go for Eerie Impulse, then I'd imagine, plus a Max Quake here. Not ideal, but not terrible. It's just weird having triple Ground Week, I guess, supposedly here, but the Raikou can still Does it live at max Quake? If it lives at max Quake, that'd be nice with Reflect, but I just don't know. I think it is probably my option next turn. I am Dynamaxing the Kyogre. If they Hailstorm, this is a great, but I just don't see a reason why you wouldn't Quake here a Pokemon and Max or Eerie Impulse. Oh, did I KO the Porygon guaranteed then, actually? Because I forgot to include the max Quake boost. I mean, this is still a very powerful max Geyser into the Porygon, but I mean, it's going to get reduced heavily here. We do see a max Quake come out from the Calyrex. Shouldn't knock out my Incineroar because I do have a Reflect right here. And yeah, my Incineroar able to take that just fine. Okay. I guess I should have protected then, but the thing is, if they foul play themselves, then I would lose my Incineroar potentially here, and I don't think I like that. We're gonna see Recover. Oh, that's really good for me because I'm still getting huge damage in a Porygon regardless. Okay, that's ideal because I'm doing more damage than it's recovering right here. We saw how much the Water Spout did last time, and Max Geyser's a single target powerful attack. Could KO. It looks really close. Oh wait, no, with the Max Quake boost, it's not. Okay. Fake Out could be a play. I don't really like that. I think I bring out the Raikou again. Raikou comes out and I go for a Max Geyser into the Porygon. I guess one of the annoying parts is they are getting some Quake boost, but we're going to see the Porygon actually switch out into Amoonguss. Okay, Amoonguss does reveal itself here. All right, that's fair. I wanted to go Raikou here. Amoonguss makes this a little bit tricky. Because Quake to Amoonguss is a little bit hard to handle for my team, but we're going to see the Max Quake come out. Okay, it is going to target down my Raikou, which is going to actually pick up the Knockout. Wow. All right. I mean, I do get a Max Geyser into maybe a Hailstorm the following turn, but oh boy, this got a bit rougher. Raikou goes down here. Unfortunately, not able to live that Max Quake. White Herb really putting in some work right here. If it was Policy, it was a lot easier to deal with, but yeah, this is now trickier. We are going to go for the Geyser here into the Amoonguss, and oh, good crit, very good crit. Okay, very good crit there. Black Sludge. Okay, I was not expecting that one. I think I just go hard Zacian here. I think I go hard Zacian here. Well, it's the last turn of Trick Room. So Incineroar or Zacian. Incineroar can of course go for the Fake Out, but it might be too obvious, and then I'm down 2 Pokemon, which isn't ideal. But the thing is, if Amoonguss protects, then I'm in a really awkward spot. So I think I might be forced to actually go out into Incineroar right here and go for that Fake Out. I think it has to be that case. I think I always Hailstorm here. And how healthy was the Porygon? The Porygon was pretty low, actually. Actually, no, I think I should be able to seal up this endgame. I'm going to go for a Fake Out into... Oh, wait, do I? Okay, so here's the awkward part. If I Fake Out the Amoonguss... I think Amoonguss should always swap out here, though. That's the thing. I always think Amoonguss should swap out. I have Reflect. Oh, this is a bit strange because I think they're sacking the Eliki here, and if they sack the Eliki, it gets really strange. I think I go Zacian, and I think I go for a Geyser into the Amoonguss. Yeah. All right, let's see. Because I think Amoonguss should always switch out. Did they not switch out? Unless the Amoonguss is fast for some reason, but I would expect the Amoonguss to swap out there. The reason is I think you can make a play of just max quaking, switching out the Amoonguss, and you're in a pretty safe spot. I don't think Protect saves you here. Max Quake is going to come out to target down my Zacian here. Okay. That was a lot, but it's not a knockout. I'm surprised about that. Because I thought you would want to get a Amoonguss, switch out, get the regenerate health, sack your Eliki, then you could go for Rage Powder and trick him the following turn. And yeah, I can't really stop that. So, all right, Max Geyser into the Amoonguss. Actually doesn't pick up a knockout into the Amoonguss with the 2 Quake boosts. All right. Rain stops. I mean, I don't think this is a terrible spot, I guess. Incineroar can come in here and go for a Fake Out, but... All right. I guess I underestimated how much damage I was doing to Max Geyser to Protect, but... Yeah, this is now a bit strange. I mean, last turn Reflect too, which is not ideal, but we do got to switch out. We are going to go for the Behemoth Blade. We are always going to target down the Calyrex. I don't think you should go for Protect Spore here. Protect Spore seems like a throw here. They should always Rage Powder and probably Trick Room. So I'm going to bring out my Incineroar while I can, and then we're going to hope to stall out the Trick Room here. That's what we got to do. I wish we had sub. If we had sub, we would be in such a good spot, but unfortunately we are not having the ability to go for the sub here. We're going to see a Rage Powder come out from the Amoonguss. Not too surprising. Actually, if we had sub, I think we just won the game, but let's find out. Behemoth Blade is going to come out into the Amoonguss. If they high horsepower, I don't think they KO because of the reflect plus the multiple intimidates right there. We saw how much damage the Max Quake did at -1, but it's -2. Oh, that's really good here. Okay, they did go for the... Okay, that's perfect. That is really ideal. Okay. I mean, they get to go... Well, here's the thing. They get to go out into Eliki and double protect. Yeah, they have to go for it. Unless they bring up Porygon, but if they bring up Porygon, I don't know what changes. I guess ally switch mind games? They should bring out Eliki here. But if the Eliki doesn't have protect, they're in a lot of trouble. And by the way they're hesitating, I'm thinking they don't have protect on the Eliki because I just click fake out and I'm going to click Behemoth Blade. I also still threaten quite a bit here of damage. They also, like, the Calyx is just not doing that much damage. Porygon comes out. Okay. Like, the Porygon's really low. And I mean really low. I'm going to go for a Behemoth Blade and I'm going to go for a fake out into the Porygon here. I mean, even if they protect the Calyx, we're still going to have to play the mind game the next turn. So regardless, like, this is the best play. But that is interesting. Okay, wait, hold on. Are they Babiri Berry? No, they were whiter. Wait, hold on. They gave me the game. They gave me the game right here. Babiri Berry. Okay, no Babiri Berry. I guess their Eliki has to not have protect then. They have to not have protect on the Eliki because they would just go into Eliki double protect. Unless they don't have protect on the Calyx, then I guess the board position doesn't change. But I think then you sack Porygon too, if anything. So Eliki comes out and Electroweb doesn't KO Incineroar, right? I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I mean, I think I always just go for a... This should always be Behemoth Blade into the Eliki plus Snarl, I think. I think Snarl's a pretty good fair play because I have spread moves on the rest of my Mons. Yeah, I think I just go for Snarl. It covers Ally Switch too. Electroweb, that's cool. I don't think Electroweb plus Foul Play can knock out. They need to have Tri-Attack, I think. Foul Play shouldn't KO Incin, but I don't think Ice Beam does either. We'll find out. I do get the speed drop. We're going to see. All right. Did they attempt to Trick Room? I guess Snarl off into the Eliki and the Porygon end. All right. They either not have Protect on the Calyx or the... Okay, they go for Recover, but I mean, I just go for Water Spout now. Yeah, I just go for Water Spout and Flare Blitz. And they can't go for Eerie Impulse and recover all the damage. Just like too much damage I'm doing with the Water Spout to the Porygon. It's single target. It should do like it should do about exactly 50% actually, and then the Flare Blitz damage is going to add up. Although I am pretty low on the Incineroar, so I do got to be cautious here. But I think Water Spout's pretty fair, and the Flare Blitz. Now let's see, but was I expecting to win this one? Yeah. I'm glad I didn't go for the Hailstorm because one of the Hailstorms would have been really bad, but critting the Amoonguss definitely was important here. But I mean, I think because Amoonguss survived the Geyser anyway, I don't think it really mattered because they were Rage Powdering anyway, and I get a Behemoth Blade off. So I actually don't think it really mattered in the super big long term. But yeah, that is quite interesting how that end game situation turned up, but we'll take it. The Raikou really putting in the work there with the Eerie Impulse, and the Reflect was actually really helpful for the rest of my team. I couldn't eat the Shucker Berry with the Unnerve, and it would have been really difficult to deal with the Raikou otherwise because of the wider, it was just really difficult to play against. Giratina, Hatterene, Tapu Fini, Incineroar, Indeedee, and the Zacian. Oh boy, is this... I had a very similar team in Magic Powder. I don't know if that's going to be the case here, but that would be pretty funny if it is. I'm going to go with Raikou Lead. This is kind of cool. All right, I'm kind of curious on like what the techs are, but yeah, I am bringing Raikou, Kyogre, and I think we're going to go with Zacian and Incineroar against Trick Room. Kartana could actually be decent here. However, I'm not a big fan of it. I definitely want Incineroar for intimidating the Zacian as well as the Giratina, and I like the Zacian, of course, because it's one of the few Pokemon that can actually deal damage to the Tapu Fini while not taking like a ton of damage from like a special attack in general from their team. We'll see how it goes though. I do like my matchup quite a bit. Raikou Helping Hand Water Spout is a great thing here. Although maybe Incineroar lead would have been better because if they lead Hatterene plus Indeedee like I'm expecting, Snarl plus Water Spout, there's no counterplay to that at all. I actually should have probably let NDD plus, Incineroar plus Kyogre now that I'm thinking about it, because I think it's probably Sash on the NDD here, but we'll find out. We're going to see a Hatterene Incineroar. Oh, that works out too. Okay. So I'm going to lead Raikou plus the Kyogre here against Incineroar plus the Hatterene. I mean, I'd imagine this is Focus Sash Hatterene. Like, Hatterene does not take Water Spout well, but Incineroar means that they might go for Fake Out. Thunderbolt plus Max Geyser probably just KOs the Hatterene right here, and it plays around a Fake Out game, so I might as well just go for it here. I'm going to go for Thunderbolt. I'm going to go for Max Geyser here. I don't really need my Dynamax to win this game. Like, Kyogre is kind of important to deal damage to the Zacian, but it's like not 100% necessary. Let's just go for the double up in the Hatterene. Like, this lead actually works out too, because I don't have to play like who's Incineroar's faster. If they go for a Fake Out, it's a little bit strange, but with the Raikou with being inner focus, it's unable to get flinched here from the Fake Out from Incineroar. So I can go for a double up in the Hatterene pretty safely. If they go for a G-Max right away, it's kind of interesting, but they don't get the Trick Room up, so I don't think it's that bad. And I don't know, they have like a lot of commitment to, I think, Trick Room here. We'll see if that's going to be the case, but the Dynamax on the Kyogre here to avoid a Fake Out possibility, and we're going to go hard with our Kyogre here, hopefully, into the Hatterene. But Dynamax Kyogre going to be revealed here. We're going to see Fake Out, hopefully, but if it's Parting Shot, that's cool. Yep, they went for a Fake Out. Beautiful. So I get a Thunderbolt and a Max Geyser off. I don't have to risk a Sash Hatterene. That's what I used when I used a Hatterene on the Giratina team, but I don't know. It's just for safety measure. Otherwise, the Max Geyser are going to be fired off. Going to pick up the knockout into the Hatterene right there. And fantastic turn one right there. Able to eliminate the Hatterene immediately. And now we have like quite a few plays. Helping Hand Max Geyser is an option. Reflect Max Geyser is an option. We have so many different possibilities upcoming. If they bring out the Giratina, I think Reflect is pretty safe, and the Max Geyser into the Incineroar. And pretty much I could always just tar down the Incineroar slot. Unless the Zacian comes out, I might want to tar down the Zacian because getting the damage seems pretty good. But really, just like getting the damage off. Zacian looks like it comes out, yeah. I think I just go for a Reflect here. I mean, I just Reflect and I Max Geyser probably the Incineroar, I think. Because just isolating, having it 2 Pokemon down so the Zacian can't go for like anything, like any switches afterward. I think Max Geyser's fine here in Reflect. I could see Sub here. If they go for Sub, I guess it's a little bit strange, but my Kyogre doesn't take damage. I had to Reflect up, and then I could just tar down the Zacian Sub with Thunderbolt plus Max Geyser. I think that's cool as well. They go straight for the Behemoth Blade. That's cool as well. Let's see how much damage this does. 50-60% probably onto the Kyogre since I'm a Frail variant. Yep, that's a lot of damage. A Reflect goes up. Sure, I could have got Instant in, but I might as well just get Instant the next turn, right? Because Instant the next turn, plus the Reflect up, Kyogre should be able to live, barring no crits. And then finish off the Zacian here. Max guys are going to be fired off into the Incineroar. You're not Focus Sash Incineroar, are you? You are not. So Incineroar just gets blown back right here. And this Raikou. Oh boy. This is so good right here. This is so good for us. We see the Giratina as the last Pokemon. Yep. I wonder if we live Shadow Sneak into Behemoth Blade. I'm pretty sure that Kyogre will be faster since I don't think the Giratina is going to run max speed, but we'll find out. I'm just going to go out into Incineroar here. It's the perfect time. Max Geyser. If they go for a Protect with the Zacian, I just win by clicking Fake Out Max Geyser unless they get the double Protect, I guess, the following turn. But yeah, Kyogre is in a really dominant spot. Actually, I can't Max Geyser next turn. This is the last turn Dynamax for my Kyogre. Then I just click Fake Out Origin Pulse, just hope they don't get double protect. If they get a double protect, I mean, my Zacian's still in a really good spot. Like, we're just up so ahead right now. Our Raikou going to switch out into our Incineroar. Or this beautiful Intimidate onto the Zacian, as well as, I don't know if it's physical or special Giratina. We don't know on this team, but we'll see. Get the Intimidate off. We should be able to live an attack from the Zacian, but Zacian does go for the Protect. Perfect. So I can go for the Origin Pulse the next turn. I guess if the Giratina has something crazy. Oh, they just double protect. Okay, good Incineroar switch here. Good Incineroar switch. Okay, so I do get a Max Geyser off. Extra damage to protect is really important because that now means that the Zacian's in Behemoth Blade range from my own Zacian, which is pretty nice. So I can go for a Fake Out. I can go for a Origin Pulse. Actually, because my Zacian doesn't have much attack, I don't know if I actually knock out their Zacian, but with Fake Outs, even if I miss the Origin Pulse, it should be okay. If I get the chip into the Giratina, it's a good spot as well because that should just put in Behemoth Blade range, which means I don't have to click Play Rough, which I really don't like clicking Play Rough. I really don't. So let's get down to business and Kyogre, just finish off the Zacian. No double protect, please, and hit the Origin Pulse into the Zacian if they... Oh, yeah, they... I kind of forgot they had Dynamax at this point. I actually kind of did forget that. But at the end of the day, we're cool. We're very, very fine here. They bring out the Dynamax to Giratina here. Okay. Now, I guess if they get a double attack, this is kind of awkward. But I mean, I still don't know what the Giratina set is. So we're going to see... Okay, no double protect. Just hit the Origin Pulse, Kyogre. That's all you need to do here. Zacian flinches. Origin Pulse. Of course, we miss. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Damage in the Giratina is really nice. Fantastic. I'm going to come out into my Kyogre. That should finish it off. Yeah. Okay, this could get a little bit... Oh, a crit. Actually, did the crit matter? I don't think it did. I know I have Reflect and an Intim, but I mean, it could be special, which that means it's kind of useless. But yeah, this could be a little bit strange. I'm going into Zacian here. And... Oh, that got a little bit awkward. I mean, I am a really fast Zacian. They have to be Jolly Zacian outspeed, or they have to be a really bulky Zacian to live the Behemoth Blade after the fake out chip. So I'm going to go for a parting shot into the Giratina. I should live any attack here. If my opponent gets extremely lucky, then this is going to be the downfall. I don't think a Quake can knock out my Zacian, but we'll see. Because if this is a bulky Zacian too, so Behemoth Blade going to come out like it's a really fast bulky one. The Behemoth Blade going to come out into their Zacian. Please pick up the knockout. Nice. Okay. Ooh, don't have to worry about a Zacian Behemoth Blade into a Quake right here, but we are going to get a parting shot. That Giratina really slow. Okay, yeah, so it's a min speed Giratina, which I did run on my old Giratina team as well. This is not the original team, but I did like that team. I really did like trying out the magic powder stuff with Hatterene, but yeah, I know how to play against it. Fantastic. I'm going to come out into the Zacian. Not really doing too much damage there. It is physical, it looks like, because I think it was special. It would have done a little bit more at least. Like, I think it should have done at least a little bit more, but yeah, now this is perfect. Helping Hand Behemoth Blade from the Raikou allows me to KO the Giratina. I don't even have to play passive and go instant. Instant might just win here realistically, but yeah, Helping Hand here for the Zacian. Behemoth Blade into the Giratina should finish this. And yeah, I hope we get the Helping Hand off, but they're going to forfeit the game. But overall, really nice. Turn one, got the read right. It's kind of tough, right? Because if you lead fake out a Trick Room against a mon, you can't go for fake out and a Pokemon that can Dynamax. You could be saying goodbye to your Trick Room user, and that is one of the difficult things right there. If I was expecting the Indie Hatterene, I had to go for Snarl Water Spout. It really depends on the Hatterene item too, because if it's not Sash, has to be like what, Utility Umbrella or something crazy like that, or like a really big max special defense set in order to live the Water Spout. But overall, able to get a fantastic like couple of turns starting Snowball. Sure, we missed the Origin Pulse, but at that point we were just really ahead of the game. Their Dynamax was not really that strong, and I think it's because I set up the Reflex and the Intimidate, which I really did enjoy, because it just made it really easy to play around, assuming no crits, and thankfully they didn't. So overall, very powerful, I think, start, and was a good finish. Zacian, Calyx Shadow Rider, Tornadus, Charizard, Amoonguss, Regieleki. This is a hyper offensive team right here, and I mean a very hyper offensive team. I don't even like Torn here. Do I even like Torn? I actually don't even like Torn in this matchup. You might be thinking, James, why don't you like Torn getting Tailwind up matching their own? It's because all my Pokemon are slower than Torn, so it's not even the point of bringing it. I think it really depends on... I think the Eleki has to be physical on this team, right? Because I think it's physical Assault Vest. I think it's otherwise like way too specially weakened. Like Light Screen Grimmsnarl would be a nightmare, I think, for this team. Although they do have a Zacian, I suppose. So maybe it's not. But I think Raikou plus Incineroar is like a really strong lead here. It's really good for, I think, playing against this bulky passive stuff. Because I have Eerie Impulse that outspace the Charizard. They don't go for the Tailwind immediately. And yeah, it's really hard, I think, for them to actually deal damage to Raikou. Also, Charizard without Sun. I know there's been like very similar teams. I'm pretty sure that the 2015 World Champion actually used something very similar to win a IRL Japan event. So let's find out if that's going to be the case. I think Zacian plus Kyogre is my play for the remaining. Kartana, I think, could be sweeping here, but I do like Dynamax Kyogre in this matchup if I'm able to slow down and check the Eleki, which I think is really ideal here. or ideal here. I think reflect plus parting shot, if I'm able to get those attacks off, would be really beneficial here. The Shadow Rider could be a little bit scary. I am a little bit scared of Shadow Rider. Let's see if that's going to be the case. We're going to see the Torn lead though with the Calyx Shadow Rider. Okay. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I lead the... Okay, I lead Incineroar plus the Raikou here. This is not a bad lead. I mean, I do get a Thunderbolt potentially and a Snarl here, and I do have Snarl on the Incin, which is actually pretty good in this case, but I actually like going for the Reflect here. Now, that might be crazy, but I don't think I need to damage into the Torn just yet, because Torn's not doing anything afterwards, so I actually preferred staying on the field and not giving them like an offensive threat to come in. I like the Reflect too, because that means I don't have to like play as cautiously against the Eliki and the Incineroar later, but we're going to see the Calyx switch out, which makes a lot of sense. Into the Zacian, it looks like. Okay, cool. So this works out because I get the Reflect up, which is pretty good. Again, this is a good mid-ground play because if they go for the Astral Barrage, I get the Snarl off, which is huge. And if they don't, I get the Reflect up at least. And yeah, they go for Protect, so this is absolutely ideal. Okay, I love this spot right now. Reflect going to come out from the Raikou, so this Raikou going to help us out quite a bit here. A Snarl going to come out into the Zacian slot here, or... I mean, they wasn't doing much damage, but the chip could matter in the future, I suppose. I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to go for a Thunderbolt into their Torn slot now. We might as well, and I'm going to parting shot out their Zacian, because they shouldn't be able to knock out my Incineroar with the Reflect. I can get in my Kyogre, which is really nice here, and Dynamax Kyogre is super strong against their team. I'm going to Thunderbolt their Torn now, because I don't think I need to damage into Zacian just yet. And the Zacian's not really going to accomplish much with Reflect and a parting shot, so I don't think this is too bad. Close combat, does that KO me? It does not. Okay, but they didn't go for a... All right, they went for a Hurricane then. I didn't expect close combat right there, but that makes sense. Air Slash, does this pick up a knockout? It probably does. Yeah, all right. Losing Incin there isn't great, but it's all right. The thing is, my Raikou is actually not max speed, so I don't outspeed Torn guaranteed, and the Torn is able to get to the Focus Sash here. All right. So now I got to decide, am I going Kyogre or am I going Zacian here? I got to be careful because Kyogre is the Pokemon I do want to Dynamax in this game. So losing Incineroar to the close combat, I didn't know it was close combat. Close combat makes this a bit strange for me. Also, can't be Sash Calyx, so it should be Specs then. Okay. I think we go out into Kyogre then. I think Kyogre does make sense. We're going to fire off a Thunderbolt into the Zacian slot, and we're going to go for a Origin Pulse, I guess. Oh, Eliki could still be a pain to deal with. I forgot there's an Eliki potentially in the back. I mean, the thing is, Raikou kind of... I think you've done your job here. I think I go into Zacian here. I think I need offensive pressure. I'm just going to go for an Origin Pulse. Oh, I wish I got that parting shot off, but yeah, I will go for the Origin Pulse here. If they retreat, it's fine. I think getting my Zacian in means I can put on more pressure against the Eliki, which I think is ideal. Also, I'll have a switch to a Max Lightning, depending on the read here. I think their last Pokemon has to be the Eliki. I don't think it's Charizard remaining. So I think Eliki has to be the last Pokemon. They're probably going to go for a Tailwind, I think. Because if I'm Scarf Kyogre, it's actually really bad for them. But who knows? Let's see. Raikou going to switch out. We're going to bring out our Zacian. Oh boy, the Eliki, depending on what set it is going to be a very, very big concern right here. But we do bring out the... All right, so they protect Zacian, which makes sense here. It's not like too... I actually don't mind them protecting Zacian because it's not like it's doing too much. Tailwind does come out, yeah. So I think I'd rather prefer this position than the Raikou because then I have to play a Protect Mind game. While here I have a switch option, which I think is better. And both slots are threatening the Eliki. Origin Pulse is going to come out into the Torn as well as the... Okay. If it's physical Eliki though... Oh, I am not liking this spot, but we got to power through. We do have Reflect at least, but Reflect is still kind of strange here. I think I'd leave the Zacian alone for now. They double up my Zacian. It's a really bad spot though. I mean, really bad spot. Did I ever reveal Protect or anything? I did not. So I think I'm more inclined to go Raikou here and just Behemoth Blade their Eliki because I need damage in the Eliki really badly. It is a Pokemon I really have to respect, and I don't want to KO their Zacian here, because I think if they get Calyx Shadow Rider in next to the Eliki, if it is a Specs on the Eliki, that's a pretty big problem for me. So I'd rather just, if I lose this mind game, I think it's okay, but I think if they do have the Calyx Shadow Rider and it's Specs in the back and I KO their Zacian, this is a terrible, terrible spot. If I'm going to win this mind game, I'd rather just target down the Eliki, because the Eliki is a bit problematic. Actually, can Dynamax Raikou do it? I feel like Calyx Shadow Rider is just too much of a problem. We see a Dynamax here, which is not surprising. Going to beat that Eliki. All right, Raikou, you might have to live. This probably Behemoth Blade into Max Lightning if it's a double up in the Ogre. Otherwise, they're going to target down my Zacian, which hopefully with that Reflect could be a thing here, but well, we'll see. Dynamax Eliki on deck here. Let's see what move they do choose. It is, oh, Max Guard. Okay. And they're going to get, oh, strong play. Sub. I think they were scouting for a Protect there, and at the worst case, they just lose the sub unless I double up the Zacian slot specifically. That's a good play on their part, yeah. How many turns of Tailwind are left for them? 1 turn of Reflect, 2 turns of Tailwind. The Eliki having... Oh, wait, hold on. The Eliki having Max Guard. I don't know if this means it's physical or special. I thought it'd be a Soul Vest on this team, but that is not the case. What item are you? That's a big question. And what set are you? Because that's also another big question. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt into the... I need to break the sub and I need to KO Eliki. This is not ideal. I think I have to target down their Eliki. Oh, I think this is probably going to be a lose in the long term. We're going to see a Max Lightning come out in the Zacian. Is this a double up? Oh, wait. Okay, that is special. Physical would not have done that much damage. Is it special and got the low roll, or is it just Magnet? I guess it's Magnet. Oh, no, it's Life Orb. Okay. Is that off Rising Voltage? Because normally I feel like that should KO. Behemoth Blade comes out. Is this a double up into the... Is this a double up into Zacian? It is. Oh, I need to protect the Zacian. If I protect Zacian, I T-Bolt. I guess it's not a bad play into their Zacian. But the thing is, they get Electric Terrain up and then they KO me the next turn. So I guess it wasn't like that big. Unless I Eerie Impulse the Eliki. But I don't know if I Eerie Impulse the Eliki in that position. Reflect goes off. Now the Raikou's in a tough spot with the Kyogre because I need Reflect, and oh, it just doesn't look good. I don't think I can win with Dynamax Ogre. I don't think I can win with Dynamax Raikou, unfortunately. Maybe I can. I want to Max Guard Eerie Impulse, but I don't know if that wins. Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to protect the Kyogre. I'm going to Thunderbolt the Zacian. I don't know. I think this is pretty... much game over unless they double up the Ogre. If they double up the Ogre, then I should be okay, maybe. We're gonna see Max Lightning comes out. Should be an Ogre, yep. And then I maybe have to hope for a Play Rough Miss. It does so much damage to my Ogre, jeez. Maybe Dynamax Raikou could come out, but I need to like KO like a lot. Behemoth Blade. Okay, it's a double up an Ogre. Then we're not out of this completely. Thunderbolt is gonna KO their Zacian here, or the sub on Zacian. Okay. Oh, geez. Tailwind Peter's out for their side. It's not going to matter too much, but... Okay. I'm going for Max Lightning into their... I think I always target down... Oh, this is kind of weird. I can KO their Eliki, but the thing is Zacian's still going to be hanging around. You know what? I think we gotta risk it. I think they're just gonna sub-stall me regardless. I gotta hope that the Zacian kind of throws here, I think, for the most part. Maybe just go... I mean, I'm taking too much damage anyway. Did I have to Reflect here? What if I Reflect? Go for the double. If I get the double, they Rising Voltage or Thunderbolt into my Kyogre. Then I have Reflect up and then I Dynamax and target down the Eliki. Might be better. That might have been the better out, because I think they do sub here. I would sub if I was them, because I think sub gives you a better win con. I think you're just Rising Voltage to Kyogre, you sub here, and then it's really hard for me to really put on pressure even with a Dynamax here. Let's see if that's going to be the case. We're going to see a... Kyogre does get the double though. Okay. Okay. It was Rising Voltage. I'm surprised. I guess they got like a pretty low roll. All right. They do sub, yeah. Okay. I think I needed to Reflect though. I think Reflect would have got me a better position, because I'm worried about how much damage this because Astral Barrage is going to do a lot. Oh, I don't even KO the Eliki. Okay, I thought I would KO the Eliki. I thought I would KO the Eliki here. That is not the case here. I think that's game over then. Oh, the Eliki has to take a life orb hit. So I guess if they double up into Raikou for some reason, I mean, I don't think there's any point of just attempting go for the protect anymore. But also the electric terrain is probably going to be over after this turn. I was really hoping to get a max lightning into Calyx, avoid taking so much damage from the specs, maybe heal back with my citrus berry, and then since the Zacian took the close combat defense drop earlier, like maybe I could KO back. But yeah, the life orb on the Eliki going to finish it off here. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to go down to Astral Barrage after this Behemoth Blade, unless Raikou really goated. But I mean, I'd probably go down to another Behemoth Blade because I underspeed anyway. That does so much damage too. Yeah, that's absolutely insane how much Behemoth Blade does to Raikou. They're just very going to proc, but oh, it was not enough. I actually was really liking our spot too. I thought it was pretty good until they revealed the close combat air slash right there, which I didn't think it would do that much to instant, but I guess that's just the power of Zacian. Like, it really did. I mean, I also didn't get intimidated off. I only had reflect, I suppose. But even then, I thought close combat would have done like 60%. I thought Sacred Sword would have done a little bit less, but I guess it's an offensive Zacian if it's running close combat, so it probably has a lot of attack investment. So yeah, pretty sure we're absolutely screwed. I guess we just well, we have one more turn of electric terrain, but I mean, Astral Barrage, Behemoth Blade, this is over. I guess we got to confirm with this is specs on the Calyx. I don't think that is. I feel like specs would have done more. Maybe I'm wrong though. Actually, it did do a lot. No, that actually probably is specs, because that's like 40% or 45%. Yeah, that actually might be specs, because 45% in max is probably like 90% normally, and that's probably how much damage the specs Calyx does. So, oh man, I think I needed instant surviving would have been nice. I don't have a switch in though, so I don't know if I can make that play. I think one of the plays that I could have made though was probably protecting the Zacian that one time. I probably had to call that max guard plus sub play, which was really good on my opponents, and that gave me a big run right there, because I think it covered like plays like a max guard from the Kyogre, it covered Kyogre protecting, it covered the Raikou switch, and unless I target down their Zacian, I think I had to Behemoth Blade their Zacian in, but I wasn't sure if it was close combat. I wasn't sure if it was close combat sub or close combat play rough, and since they got the max guard and sub, it really made a game changer right there, because I didn't want to Behemoth Blade their Zacian. I get their free switch to Calyx, because again, specs Calyx, because max darkness and Astral Barrage I think would have cleaned up my entire team, and I don't think I had like a really big way to stop that. So I think I had to target Eliki there, and yeah, I would have probably had to known that ahead of time, and I think I would have had to really commit there, which I don't know if I could really do even if I had the information. But yeah, Incineroar as well. I think if I had an out, it was going for that reflect a one turn and probably protecting the Zacian. Those were probably my two outs right there. I think I needed to protect the Zacian right there, and I needed to get a Thunderbolt into I need to get reflect up earlier, but maybe it could have been doable. I still think it would have been pretty tough anyway. And that is the show. Was surprised to actually bring Raikou to all 3 games. I was expecting, oh, maybe I'll bring Raikou a few times. It depends on the situation. It's really good against some of the Trick Room stuff. Reflect is just really nice against Calyx Ice Shredder. Oh boy, Reflect was pretty good here. Having the Eerie Impulse threat as well, in case like a Palkia was brought, because Eerie Impulse is just really helpful. The Helping Hand is actually pretty nice in some certain situations. I think, yeah, it was a pretty solid Pokemon. If you did enjoy today's video though, be sure to leave a like down below. Leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. If you want to check out the details of the team and the creator, in the description down below, and check out the rest of my series 12 content where I use a lot of cool teams and a lot of fun Pokemon. Like, you can check out my own Magic Powder Hatterene stuff that I use, so make sure you check out that video. And that's going to be it for me. Have a great day, people, and until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.